You know, there are many things seated in the corners of my soul that I've been meaning to tell you. A lot of things bordering on the kind of chemistry they didn't teach us in school.
It's funny that you should say that, because when I look at you, when I hear your voice, when I feel your hands, your skin, my mind goes back to how fast I was told my heart could beat in my biology class. It doesn't match up.
Take it easy, my dear. Lend me your leg, the left one, and let us start all of this on a very spiritual foundation.
Okay.
You see, let me pick the thumb. If it was a finger, that is around which all my lives will be spun. When you unwind it, you'd have a story, not so straight, for it's indeed the serpentine path that gives the peaks of everything, including my love for you.
Now, when you think of the serpentine's path, it's supposed to be something unsavory. It's supposed to be something sinful. But when I think of the way the snake slithers, I think of the way my blood moves through my body, courses through my veins, and gets to the very tip of my toes and of my fingers, heating up for you.
I will crush it right here. For by the time I would be done treating all your 5 fingers, multiply it by 1,000, and Christ would have fed so many with 12 baskets to spare. That is the excess of all the words I could spare today. Let me start on the toe.
So my love, you take the inkuto, the shea butter, you rub it. Do not do things that you know not how to douse fire with.
You know, when there's fire on the mountain, they have been taught to run. But you see, the sea is my tenant. Let fire call its boast. Our conversation could become scripture. Our conversation could become the foundation text on which people who seek wisdom would come to learn. They do not know when your toe taps the earth, everything else is calm.
When you're done caressing my toe, allow me to take you into my kitchen. Let me use the heat that is coursing through my body to heat up food that you can in turn put into your mouth and heat up your soul.
No, today,
my love
dear,
for you.
Today, you will sit on places so gentle and tender angels would want to sit, and I will take my time. The king enters his favorite chamber, they say the crown becomes a burden. And so today I did not come to compare smokes. I simply came to nourish you, not just with word, not just with caresses, but with food. Enough that you can call your neighbors to share, and the woman would have enough gossip and envy of you.
What's cooking? Welcome to What's Cooking right here on City TV. My name is Apioko and I'm here with Nana Asaase. In the realms of poetry, of Ghanaian poetry, of African poetry, of global poetry, he is my poetic love. And so in the month of love, we're bringing poetry to the kitchen. It's only Nana who can get me to freestyle.
I know, right?
So let's go for a break. Don't forget that this show is sponsored by Tasty Tom. Ufa kakra, na ye bebre. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is still What's Cooking right here on City TV. My name is Apioko. We're doing something extraordinary today. I have my poetic love in the house. Nana Asaase is here. And if you missed it, we did an impromptu, like very extempore performance. We're just feeding off of each other's love and the poetry. Yeah, I mean, before you judge us, poetry creates love and feelings. We're vibing on those, all right? And my husband knows he's my poetic love. There's no contest there. And anybody who is in his life knows I'm his poetic love. So that's true too, all right? But there's something interesting that we're doing. Nana, come.
Yes.
So Nana Asaase is seeing these ingredients for the first time, okay? And because he's the nation's poet, he's seen national ingredients, and we are just throwing him right on the spot, and he has to make something for me. But he brought himself. He said he's coming to cook for me. I said I'll cook for him. He said no, he's cooking for me. So Nana, we have smoked mackerel, what we call smoked salmon. You know, we have Kobe Almighty.
Okay.
Right, we've got some bouillon cubes here. We have shrimp powder, dried shrimp powder. The red Scotch bonnet is a normal hot peppers we have on our market. Tomatoes, avocado paya, red onions, some yam, fanti kenke, kontomire, shea butter. You know, just talking nkuto, tolo beef, eggs, roasted groundnuts or roasted peanuts. There's vegetable oil, and then
That's more money.
momoni. The momoni.
Please, you want to describe that in English?
It's salted fish.
Is it rotten?
It's salted, please. It's salted fish.
And there's palm oil.
Yes, there's some palm oil there as well. There's zumi. And
there's
Tasty Tom is our sponsor here on What's Cooking. Ufa kakra na ye. Bebre. You know, I like the way Nana says it's boko.
Bebre.
Bebre.
You build climax gradually.
Bebre. So if you want to use Tasty Tom tomato mix, you're allowed to do that as well. Okay? So what are we making? On the spot, what are we making?
Okay, let me put you on the spot.
As
we go along.
You can't put me on the spot.
As we go along, our food will take shape.
You did that already.
So we'll be enjoying a lot of yam, varieties of yam.
Okay. Varieties
of things we can do with the yam.
Okay.
But we just have to. So maybe we'll boil some yam. We can fry some yam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Our kontomire would give us some sauce to go with it. Let's do that Abomu way.
We'll do Abomu.
You know, the original
I like it.
way to go. So our tolo beef will definitely add some spice to our
Abomu. To the Abomu.
But we'll treat it differently before we put it up.
Okay.
We have a bit of our salmon going in. We'll have our Kobe going in.
Okay.
And we'll do some magic with the shrimp.
Okay.
That's shrimp powder.
Yes, shrimp powder. Fresh shrimp. Dried shrimp powder.
Dried shrimp powder.
Yes.
Fantastic. And this is vegetable oil.
Yes, it is.
And this is inkuto.
That's right.
Okay, we'll strike a good blend of both.
Okay.
When we're done. Okay, what's in that?
This is Gary.
Charlie, how do you know? You don't say the CIA, they try me.
It's Gary.
If the CIA tries it. One of the things they give me with is Gary Soakins.
And I know you like Gary.
Okay, so we can start cooking. Do I get an apron?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
We can play music on your show.
Take it away.
We can play music on your show.
You want music?
Yeah.
I'll find music
on
for
the
you.
show. Okay, so our kontomire has been washed, so our viewers know.
Yes.
I think
can you even see the water dripping?
You can see the water dripping.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start off typically to get your Abomu done. We break the stalk of the kontomire. If you would like to use your knife, it makes it easy. You want to cut off most of the big parts.
What's the reason?
Okay, it might not be easy to digest. It might not be easy to go in here. So we typically, want to take it off. You realize that when it's cut off from the stalk, some of it remains, and it might be too big. So you just want to cut it off.
Okay.
However, if you're adventurous enough and you think it's something you can eat,
handle it,
why not?
Just throw it in there.
Yeah. But again, one thing that always happens in the kitchen is mystique. With our full claw being passed down is mystique. As it was done, or as it was handed down to us,
so it shall be.
So it shall be. And there are some things we will not question.
Absolutely not.
As though it adds flavor to the food.
I know, right? You don't even know the reason.
As though it adds flavor to the food, Charlie. As though it adds flavor to the food. At different points, I was the only child at home. See, I know how it feels like to be the last. And then when the last crop of the last three after me came in, I knew how it felt like to be a big brother as well. Please, can I have my pot?
Yes. Big one or small?
Big one. I know how that felt.
Okay, so you're not going to chop up the kontomire, just pop it in there, straight up.
In there.
Okay.
And so you realize that I knew how it felt like to be an elder brother. I knew how it felt like to be
a younger brother, baby brother.
Actually, when you have lived that full life. Okay, fire. Let's go. A minute. Give me my Kobe. A minute. Okay. Just one more.
Okay, so you're
So?
dressing your Kobe.
Yes, you need to get your Kobe
Yeah.
done. You take
And we're going to soak it, right?
Yeah, soak it a bit. I've already soaked my first two. I'll add this.
Okay, so we've got these.
You put your momoni in there as well.
Okay.
You soak it up to tenderize it. You know it's a bit hard on different
Right.
spots, and then also to desalt it.
Of course.
It's very important.
There's a lot of salt.
It's a lot of salt in there because it's.
No. All right. Is Kobe something you eat often?
I like to eat Kobe. You see, the things I love to eat, I don't eat them too often.
So what do you love to eat?
So we don't get too familiar.
What do you love to eat?
Gary soakings.
No, I know that. Okay, well they don't know. Yeah, Nana, like if you know how they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. For Nana Asaase, it's just through Gary soakings.
Yes.
If you make soakings
And it
for
has to
him-
be done well. There's a way about it. It's not just.
Well, there's Gary here. You show us.
I'll show you how you.
They show us
you
how
fix
it's done.
my Gary
There's a
soakings
whole
for-
poetic
something.
structure to the Gary soakings preparation.
Gary soakings is actually an appetizer.
I know that.
People don't know
Or
about
Ga-
this.
Or
Please
Gary
let-
soakings.
let- let me
Gary
know, please.
soakings is an appetizer.
Gary soakings is an
Oh
appetizer.
my word.
Yeah, people don't know it. If it's not Gary soakings, it's water. Very good appetizer.
Gary soakings is an appetizer.
Charlie, in the afternoon, let's eat some banks and tills. Banku
Banku de tilapia.
or banku.
Banks and tills.
Yeah, banks and tills. Or you have some banku. Then you. After you've made your pepper, no, you go if you put salmon.
This
or
one.
inside,
This
yeah,
one.
or tuna,
This one.
fried fish,
one.
whichever way you choose to handle it. Whichever way you choose to handle it, no, Charlie.
It sounds like all your meals are pre-man's meals.
Oh, Charlie,
Yes.
it can be
sound
simple
very
as that.
pre-manish.
No, Charlie, rice and eggs
Yeah.
stew, boys there. Rice and eggs stew is
It
another.
sounds very rich.
rice and eggs
Like
stew.
money meal.
Oh, see your life. But of course, you should care about what you eat.
Oh, of course.
Rice
you
and
should.
egg stew
You should. You should. You should.
really works. Okay, so some
Okay,
people
so-
like to have the skin. Others like to take the skin
Okay,
off.
so you are not a fan of the skin, I'm
I
guessing.
love the skin.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're privileged to have the skin come off while you prepare it, why not? You can treat it separately. Otherwise, it's a good part
Alrighty.
to have in there.
Okay.
Some people just don't like it, so they
Very
want to take
true.
it off.
Yeah.
If I were to cook for myself at home, I'll probably have all of this
All the bones
inside
in there.
All the
Thank you for
bones in
thinking
there.
about me since you're cooking for me.
No, that's
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about,
Yeah.
you know, family, what it was like growing up.
poetry. Yeah.
What are some of the things that you used to cook when you were younger?
When I was
Do you
very
remember
young.
the very first meal that your mom taught you,
Actually.
or the first meal that you made
Were you-
without
were you-
supervision? Do you remember?
Were you really taught to cook?
Well,
you
no,
learn to
but
cook
it's
by,
it's like a lifelong apprenticeship.
yeah, Charlie, by
You
observing.
know? Yes.
So there was one thing I loved that drew me to the kitchen: music. My mom is pro-Pentecostal, pure born bred Church of Pentecost. My grandfather worked with Makion, Elder Anonye Nekru of Youth Africa. So mommy is in the kitchen and she's cooking. So as we're cooking here, Yehovah Ankuna Yenimno, no now, yeah, kron kron, that song in particular. And she didn't know I liked the cake at the time. You know, would you want it in your?
Yes, yes,
You
please.
want it? Okay.
Please.
So we need to rinse it up a bit. You know, so the music was something I really enjoyed. The Opente music, I call it Opente music,
Why do you go up in
Pentecostal. So Opente music was something I truly enjoyed, and it kept me going to the kitchen. She didn't know. Inti chiwe mame to wait, grind this for me, cut this up for me. So with time, you got to know things by just knowing how to measure your salt. So over time, you got to know how to do it, how to turn the fufu when it was on, how to drive the banku. Charlie, these were things that you picked up. Please, can we have this on fire? Can we have a
Okay, so you
container
want
here?
it straight on fire?
Yeah, can we have
We're
a
not adding
container?
water, no?
Just a little bit of water.
A little bit
minute.
of water.
Let me do that. So that was fun. Growing up. I think everybody would typically learn to boil rice or yam, growing up as a boy. So I learned to do those without
Sorry,
supervision.
so of course we're not adding salt because
Nope.
the
We're
Kobe
going
and
to
the
have-
momoni
we're going to have our
are rich
own-
in that.
a bit of salt when we are. I mentioned the music in the kitchen, and I realized I just had this love for music, So church, I'm a member of Voice of the Lord Evangelical Church, born and bred, I serve with Abeka Assembly. And music was a big part of worship for me. And I grew up loving Pentecostal music. Let me mention this. I always do. Elder Kwesi Miracle is a very close family friend. I was born on his wedding day. So maybe it's no wonder that I take after that line of, Pentecostal influence. I truly love it. I call it a shortcut into the spirit. So that's how it started for me, playing the congas in church. Little boys would take turns wanting to play. For how most of the part, we're just tiny and the congas were higher
much
than
bigger
us.
than you.
The drums were bigger than us. So if you were allowed to play, Charlie, was such a big thing, for you. And we would take turns, starting with maybe when church is opening or when church is closing, we're taking the last song before blessing, These are some of the things we were allowed to do. That was how music started for me. So growing up, GTV was probably the only channel we had.
Of course, yes.
So you'd hear the likes of
longest time,
Abrecheba Kofi Same, you'd hear the likes of Ejako Nimu, you'd hear the likes of the late Nana Kwame Ampedu, Nyankopon Fane Krensie. Then came the Boga High Life influences, all of that. I remember enjoying Raskimono growing up. And then there were the Gospels, your Dinah Kumi at the time, your Helena Rubbles, your Yabs, Daughters of Glorious Jesus, Tego Sisters, all of them. And then there was Reverend Dr. Nana Amachididi, a.k.a. Yesunti, a.k.a. Ironwood. God bless that man. And all his, his contemporaries for the kind of music they made. In their time, music was adult music, yet it was very sing. They made very heavy music. Listen to Reverend Dr. Nana Amachididi. He says, when he sings about Edukromunsiyo, or say, oh, yeah, more child, nana, my bed, Daniel Distrefo, Edukromunsiyo, it is heavy. If any adult knows what the man is talking about. Yet it's couched in such beautiful language. So I was exposed to beautiful language in the realm of music. Of course, there was foreign music, there was classical music on radio back in the day. Some stations would play music at night.
Yeah.
Some stations would play music at night. There were the TNT classic movies, which had classical music actually play, in the background. If anybody would, can we raise these up?
So you were exposed to the music.
I was exposed to the music. Maybe at the time I didn't realize the full measure of it, but I was exposed to the music. At the time I didn't realize the full measure of it, but definitely I was exposed to the music. And then we would go to school. I attended Pentecost Preparatory School in Koforidua, Christian school.
Okay.
Then off to Montessori School in Cape Coast, Christian school. Then off to St. Augustine's College, Christian school. So in Montessori, I joined the school choir. St. Augustine's, I was in the school choir.
Are the Augasco boys listening?
Yeah, absolutely. Action could say.
And watching.
Of course, they're here. And St. Augustine's College was
heavy. So you finished Augasco in which year?
St. Augustine's College, 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, up to 2005. Charlie, shout out to all the guys. Yeah. So 6 Strings was my senior.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
I think he left school before
I know.
I came in. Yes.
Yeah.
So you realize that St. Augustine's College gave us
You guys
that,
are lots of artists there.
it gave us that platform to really explore all the music we wanted beyond the disciplines of the school choir. In our time, you'd think there were women in the choir, directed by Michael.
Which part were you singing?
I was an alto singer.
You sang a woman's part.
Yeah, I
quote
did.
unquote.
I went off to University of Ghana, and then I joined the biggest choir on campus there, Chosen Vessels Choir.
So let me ask you.
Yep.
So you got to University of Ghana. Why didn't you study music?
That's another thing. Let me talk about it today. All my life.
Because I believe when I first encountered it was, through ASO,
Yeah.
as Association of Students of English.
Was I vice or president by then?
I think you were vice
At the time. Okay.
Yes, I think you were vice at the time.
After Dr. Philip Nineku of 37 Military Hospital.
So please, those of you who don't know, Nana Asaase is his stage name, but today he came as Philip.
Philip Boachidua Oyinka.
Philip is here.
Yeah. So I was named after Dr. Philip Nineku, 37 Military Hospital and Emmanuel Community Hospital.
Okay.
And it's because of him I've not taken the
Philip
off.
out.
I'm crazy about that, man.
Yeah.
So my other uncles, Samuel Nineku, Pastor Ebenezer Nineku, all of them, they played a fantastic role, in our lives growing up. These were the many fathers, we had growing up. So Doc would have had me go to Motown because he went to Motown and probably read science. I was like, Charlie, guy.
This one
in
there. If I'm going to honor you, it's not
it
this way.
be my life.
It's not this way.
So I went to St. Augustine's College wanting to do 2 things. 1, to disprove that infant sperm is the best. 2, to read literature in
Wait,
English.
wait.
Please, let's check on
what
that.
did the butcher boys ever do to you? What is this stray bullets?
Contemporary in a little bit. You want to test it from me?
Okay, let me just. So we're just stirring our contemporary a bit.
Just a bit.
That.
Just a bit.
Okay. So cover it back up?
Yeah, cover it.
Okay.
And reduce the fire a bit. Yeah. So I wanted to go to St. Augustine's College to do 2 things. Read literature in English. Thanks to Mr. Bilson. I told him, Mr. Bilson, if I'm not given English literature to read, I'll call my parents to come and get me out of this school as quickly as I can get out of here.
That's what you told him?
Yes. And I wanted to disprove that infant sperm is the best. People meet you and they are like, Charlie, you go Buchi. I'm like, nah, Charlie, why? So, they have this perception.
You could pass for a butcher boy, actually.
Whichever way it is, but Ogas could be the deal. My brother after me, Andy was in Buchi. The first day Andy came to Ogas school. Oh, sorry.
Okay, hang on. So we're preparing the tolo beef.
Yes,
okay.
I want to rinse it out.
Okay, with water?
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I'll cut up a bit. Okay. Andy just was in Buchi. He visited Ogas school once. Was like, oh, Charlie Filippo, I get like a go Ogas school. This thing is on record. So I'm going to grind my pepper. Okay. I'll add a bit of onion. Before my contemporary comes on, before my tomato. Yeah.
Red Scotch bonnets. Okay. So what are you adding to them? Your onions are here.
I have a bit of my onions here.
Okay.
I like sabula. Sabula is like my second favorite Ghana word. I wonder how anybody could give this thing a sexy name like sabula.
Sabula.
There was this advert say, Charlie, I went to buy equipment for cooking like tomatoes.
Sabulai.
Is it no amu ke sabula? I was like, Charlie, what is sabula?
Amu ke sabulai.
And I was wondering what it was. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he's always falling in love with Ghana women. Sabulai was his window into Ghana.
I don't go mind.
Ghana beauty.
Charlie, that's cool. The kind of Ghana things you hear. When you're learning pidgin, most of the time they start off with insults. Anybody who has been to a boys' school,
So,
I need to watch
we're
my tomatoes.
using the legendary Ghana insults.
The Sabitical.
Are they things that we can say on TV?
The
I don't think
Sabitical
so.
SNFs, like. No, but it was okay. And you get to pick words like Billy. DNO. Yeah, Charlie, God gets on kick.
Yeah.
God has this kick it comes with. And, so that was St. Augustine's College for me. We presented August in a reading competition.
So we're using it more as flavor as opposed to for the heat, the pepper kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Abiku, the people who really shaped my
because
literary...
when I hear Abiku,
I think
of Wole Soyinka. I think of Soyinka.
Wole Soyinka, I know.
And his, Nigeria's Soyinka and his poem Abiku.
Yeah.
Which really, I think I must have encountered it when I was in maybe class 4, class 5. And that exposed me to the whole concept of reincarnation, because that's what an Abiku is.
Abiku is
right?
like a Bejina.
Right, exactly.
People say my name is a Bejina as well, is an apentidine. When we come across that phenomenon of children dying, being reborn, women needing children, or when a child is born like that and we want that child to stay, I can't say we give them a set of names called apentidine.
It's supposed to be ugly names, yeah?
Apentidine, yepenatem. Such names will make them stay. So my name is Dua Uyinka. Let this tree remain.
Stand.
So someone is born, he's called Abebrese. Someone is born and called Donko. Someone is born and called by, different kinds of names. Okay. Nice, unnice, whatever way you choose to look at it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think eventually we might have to blend it up.
So he was,
is still small.
Yes.
Yes.
So the guy was called Abiku.
Yes. So he was nicknamed Abiku.
Why?
Ishmael Shen. I don't know why. Our seniors had that name for him. I think they loved the poem Abiku when he taught them. So I had the late Mr. Dawson Amon. Mr. Dawson. Yeah, Ato Dawson, sorry. The late Mr. Ato Dawson teaching me literature, introducing me to literature as a subject. And then I had Ishmael Shen, popularly called Abiku. We had Semu Sisavuto. Semu, coming in to teach me. And they shaped my worldview of literature. But way before them, when I moved to Montessori school, I met the late Margaret Henson. Miss Henson got me writing poetry. She just walks into the class, handpicks
Okay, so pause it. So Miss Hinton
Margaret
got
Hinton,
you,
the late.
Miss the late Miss Margaret
Hinton got me writing.
She's the one who got you writing
poetry.
Okay, hang on. Let's go for a break. This is What's Cooking. My name is Apioka. I'm here with Nana Asaase. You know, his government name is Philip Dua Oyinka. You know, Wachi Dua Oyinka. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's So What's Cooking, and this is still, last time I checked, City TV. And of course, my name is Apioka. My guest today is Nana Asaase, known in not so private life as Philip Wachi Dua Oyinka, but you know, we're having conversations, and we started off with some beautiful poetry to express our love for each other.
That's
in the realms of poetry, he is my poetic love. I am his poetic queen, and we were just pouring all those emotions with words onto the floor before us. And then he promised to cook for me, so that's where we are now. And he didn't know what ingredients he was coming to meet, and he's really, really, really doing his thing here. So Nana, what now?
So I boiled the contumre. It's ready. I need to grind it. Okay. Sanka is a bit small, so we'll have to take it in bits and pieces.
Right, that's fine.
If that works.
Sounds fine.
Take it in bits and pieces.
And today I'm not doing any cooking. I'm just, you know, vibing and talking.
Relax. Maybe you should be giving me some poetry. Or recite some poetry
for me. You want me to give you some poetry?
Yeah, while I'm doing the cooking and all that.
Let's see.
What we can find.
Let's find some love poetry, right?
Pepe.
What kind of love? What shade of love do you want?
Talk to me about things that reek of ice cream.
Eesh. Hey, that's a deep one. That's a deep one. Okay, let's see.
Found something?
Oh, I'll find something very soon.
I'm sure you will.
You know the repertoire is huge.
Or you could write one on the spot.
I could write one on the spot.
With the ingredients. This will work out just fine. Because our sanka is small and it can't contain all of it, I think upon second thought, when I'm done grinding it here, I would like to stew it a bit. Okay. Take it over fire.
You want to stew it?
Yeah, I will stew it.
I was looking forward to that Abomu.
Yeah, I really was wishing, but we can't, once we boil the contumely, we need to use it. We can't just keep it. We can't just keep it like that, so.
But can't we like grind it in bits?
Okay, that's what I'm doing, so.
That's another one.
That's what I'm doing, so we'll be fine.
So, there's lip prayer.
Lip prayer. Hold on, let me wipe this.
Lip prayer. I wrote this one in 2017.
Lip prayer, 2017.
Yes, and it's actually in my first poetry collection, the Matriarch's
18, 19, 20. How many years? 6 years?
6 years.
That's some good wine to go. Let's go.
Lip prayer. Your lips are mine, and mine are yours.
Good.
May my lips forever glorify and honor you. May my lips be truthful to you. May my lips calm your blazing brow and bring healing to your aching muscles. May my lips mop up your tears. May my lips dry the sweat of your toil from your chest. May my lips defend you when the law fails and when friends and family forsake you. May my lips raise you from the ground when you cannot walk. May you find nourishment in my lips when you cannot afford to buy food. May my lips be your most expensive and most preferred dessert. May my lips quench your thirst. May my lips be the light unto your darkest path, and may you find solace in my lips. May you yearn for my lips. May my lips always profess my love for you. Your lips were made for me, and mine for you. And may my lips forever bear testimony of the bittersweet beauty that is our union, that is our love.
Charlie, you know.
So that's lip prayer.
It just gives me the picture of, you know, Mukasin Sem, where I talk of Tapolini and Sankan Topa. Like Opata food. Nobody has ever come out from between, you know. No matter how much two lovers quarrel, when they kiss, nobody ever comes from between the kiss to tell the matter.
No.
Okay, we are there for person.
Absolutely.
Like using the right tool for the right job, Charlie.
Or fifth or sixth.
Oh, yeah,
the lips are important. Lips are important.
And you see the way we see poetry and everything. I see poetry in the kitchen too. You do.
No,
And
so
there's a
do
reason
I.
why I choose the Tapolini Asanka over blender, or to go hand in hand with the blender. If we had the option of a grinding stone, Charlie,
all the better.
fantastic. Because there are some things you can only grind on the stone. When you grind medicine or herbs or spice, sometimes when it's spice and you want it to be so fine, the grinding stone has cerebral. It has a way of giving you very...
It gives it that finesse.
Charlie,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Gives you that finesse.
And when you even add water to anything you grind on the grinding stone, the heat, you know, when you're grinding, there's a friction. And the aroma, the whiff it gives off is something you can trust to be good.
Definitely.
Okay, so I think we'll take this in bits and pieces.
So
We're
what
getting
are we
there.
adding next?
Getting there.
So don't forget, we still have our, so coconut oil is here. And then
Yep.
we have some inkuto shea butter.
Yeah.
What are we doing with that?
We'll get to them.
Okay.
We'll get to them.
I'm
very
not
soon.
worried. I'm
So
just
if
reminding you.
If you just wanted the Abomu by itself, in just a matter of a few minutes, you could put in some groundnuts, you know, just to do that. And then you work in a little bit of your Kobe.
Right.
All of it. But because we're going to stew it, we will save some of all of that for when we put it on the fire.
But me, I still want the Abomu.
Okay, so I'll prepare.
Since you're cooking for me, like,
I'll prepare
don't
the
I have a
Abomu.
choice in the matter?
Of course you do. You have a choice in the
Thank you,
matter.
my love.
So I'll prepare the Abomu for you. So maybe we can save this for,
Okay.
yeah,
Since you're doing varieties.
yeah,
of things.
variety.
All
So
right.
we can save this
Okay.
and cover it.
So this is going to go with yam, no? So the yam is going to go on fire
Definitely.
at some point.
So please, let's rest on this matter for a while. People, I am is here. Take your pick.
That one.
There's one. Looks slender, reminds me of somebody.
Who? Who does it remind you of?
So many other people. So many. Oh, I was going to say, I won't say it. If I talk the name, no.
Why?
Maybe big man.
Why are you running
The
away?
person be big man. So if I want my name,
It's fine, it's fine.
you see
It's
what
fine,
you see what I mean.
It's fine. It's fine.
You don't want to put the whole crew in trouble, eh? The person be big man. If I take your name, do
No, we understand.
yeah, I'm example, no, Charlie. One thing my mother taught me, one thing I picked up, you know, cooking in her kitchen, while you cook, you wash your dishes. While you cook, make sure the space in which you're cooking is safe and it's neat. It's important. So you realize that from time to time, I like to wipe the board. I've washed the board about 3 times because you're using it to, you know, treat different things.
Different ingredients.
Different ingredients, yeah. It helps. And it's a beautiful thing when you cook and you have running water.
Oh, I tell you.
It is a beautiful thing when you cook and you have running water. Please, when you're peeling your yam and you cannot hold it like I am holding, put it on the board.
Just stick with the board.
Charlie,
Play it safe.
no pressure. When you be any, there's no point to prove to anybody, I beg. So that your hands are safe. Happy, are you going to have somebody join you eat? Any of your friends you're inviting?
Yes.
So?
There's a, what should I call her? Young old lady.
There's a young
joining
old
us.
lady joining us.
She'll slap me if she hears
Okay.
that.
So because we are doing that boom for you, you realize we have our palm oil. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to portion it in 2 so that I'll use some of it for the boom for you. And I'll use the other bit for the stewed
For the
version.
stew. Okay.
So that at least we get to see how
All right.
both
so do you need a
options.
pan for that?
both options come out.
What's in here?
Can
So-
you?
so this is the
yes, we
tolo-
boiled the
tolo
tolo
beef.
beef.
Okay.
Can you empty it into something for me?
We can do that.
Yeah. So this is what I did. When I was stewing the tolo beef, what I took from the contomere, right, this water I took from the contomere mix is right in here.
Okay.
Poured it into the tolo beef. I took it, brought it right out here. It's going to go
Back,
when I'm
right back
stewing.
in. Okay.
Right back in, yeah, for my stew options. yam in. Okay, when you're done, can I have this bowl?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we need some water in here to rinse our yam of the sand, yeah, and that stuff. What else do you want to know?
Oh, I'll ask you the rest. Don't worry. Take your
You ask
time.
me the rest?
Take
okay.
your time.
For now, it's yam time, people. You know, some people actually boil the yam with all the peels. Some also do same for plantain or cocoa yam.
Yes.
When they do it for cocoa yam,
absolutely.
yeah, it's typically called akau. Especially
right.
for cocoa yam, yes,
That's right.
mankeni akau.
That's right.
So that when they're about to eat, they take the peel off, you know, while it's still hot. Some more yam, I guess we might have to get into
You want to start
into that one as well, yeah. Because trust me, all our cameramen will have to eat when we're done.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They don't get to eat.
No, they
They
don't.
just get to
They
watch.
ate breakfast when I didn't eat breakfast.
Eat.
I mean, snacking on things.
Mm.
They don't invite me, so why? No.
Tit for tat.
They don't.
Love
Y'all
it.
don't need any. No.
Okay. Please, it's important when you cook, wear clothes that make you feel comfortable.
Very important.
So that you realize I sweat a lot. Naturally,
Is that why
I
I'm
sweat a
not
lot.
wearing your fugu today?
Charlie, they say the crown becomes a burden when the king enters his favorite chamber. I'm here to cook for my poetic love. I can't come with all the burdens of royalty. You see, like I say, even the king has a mother.
Oh yes, yes.
Even the
yes.
king has a mother.
Yes.
So when the king's mother is calling, she doesn't have to call with all the royal highness, especially when it is not
Not at all.
a matter, you know, of state.
So you want to add more yam?
Yeah, I think I should add a bit more yam. Do we have any of our saucepans empty?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
There are a couple of them actually.
Okay. So we're going to heat our palm oil in a bit so that the one we're not going to use for the stew we pour on our boom. What we're going to use for our stew continues to be on the fire.
Okay, so which pan works for you? This one?
This medium one
This one?
to the right. Yes, that should do it. We'll boil the yam in the bigger one, the biggest pan. I mean. Yeah, that should work. So we rinse the yam off and then
So the oil is simmering. I can hear it
yeah,
crackling and popping in my ears.
all the poetic sounds.
Oh, I tell you.
You could have
All the
right there.
onomatopoeia.
All the onomatopoeia. Charlie. So you see, we're poets. We never let any moment slide. You know,
No,
nothing.
we really don't. Everything is about poetry.
Everything must be put to good use. Hold on, let me get the right.
Smell that.
Yeah.
It smells like love.
Yeah, it is. Prepared from a place of love. Wait till you taste it. And then you tell me. So Danda. Danda says, he to him what is good is not good. Let him hit his head against the wall and see how he likes it.
That's all.
He to him what is good is not good. Let him sniff alligator pepper and see how he likes it. And then he to him what is good is not good. Let his wife give birth to a he goat and see how he likes it. Okay, so I'm going to have some of your salmon, some of your kobe go in here because
So have
it's
we
going
put
to
the
serve.
tolo beef in there already?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because it's going to serve a dual purpose. I have some of your tolo beef
Okay.
in there, some of your salmon, some of your kobe. Some of it will come into the Abomu, and the rest will stay here.
Stay here. Okay.
Now, I mentioned to you that I was going to put in some nkati.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Pick as much as you want. Let's go.
Okay. Just gonna.
Okay.
As much as I want.
If it works, that's okay. Fantastic. Amici Enfra. Please help me with the other end. People want to put in granite paste. I like to put in these ones.
So we gave you the right ingredients.
Charlie, you see, whatever you're given, you need to get creative about it. You need to get creative about it. I was speaking to somebody recently, a new mentee I found, and I was telling him when I meet anybody, when I meet any situation, my first posture is to learn. So observe whatever you've been given. What can you do with what you have been given? You know, what's the best you can do with what you've been given? That is the only basis on which you can ask for more.
I absolutely agree.
The only basis. When you learn, you realize that you become versatile. You can be put to different uses because you have learned.
I absolutely agree. Now you find ways and means to apply that knowledge. There's opportunity within which to apply it, all right?
When you grind it, it hits differently. So it's patience. It requires patience to do. And we have patience to do it and to finish it.
You have a
Please
lot
let
of
me pay
patience.
attention to
Okay.
what is on here.
All right, so now we're putting in
A
the
bit of my tolo beef.
tolo beef.
So my tolo beef is actually
This is tolo
going.
beef.
It's actually going in here.
Okay. Right into the red oil with the onions. And don't forget, we steamed the tolo beef with onions.
with
So,
onions.
you know, where's the momoni? Is that going into?
The momoni is here, and it is going.
It's going in
there.
there.
The momoni is
India.
actually in there.
India.
It went in with the tolo beef.
India.
It's India.
And then the kobe is going. Okay, salmon first. Or mackerel. What we call salmon. Okay.
Somebody wants to pick out all the fins and all. Charlie, we like to have everything inside. When you eat, it's another matter of patience.
Another right. Okay. So, you know what? Let's go for a break. Now let's go for a break. When we come back, we'll just give you a quick insight into what we did with the rest of the ingredients, how the abomu came to its final composition, and then we sit down and we eat. Nana for me and I for my king. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still What's Cooking, and it's time to eat. And I'm sure you got a glimpse into what Nana Asaase was doing there, putting the finishing touches on that Abomu, creating a whole palava sauce in minutes, really. Boiling the yam, slicing the avocado, boiling the eggs.
What's cooking? Look, you know what happened today? You don't know. You don't know.
No, what's happening?
I was chased by armed robbers.
Hey.
Yes.
On your way here?
Yes.
Where?
They thought that I was going for some gold mine.
Yeah, you look like it. And when you dress like this and you're walking around,
And
what do you expect?
And they thought this too was gold, Yeah.
I knew you'd come, so you just sit down.
Thank you. Let me.
As I was saying.
Can I get a cup?
Oh,
Please say everything. I need to cool down,
Why me? Why do I have to get a neighbor like this? Anyway, so Nana Asaase also, with the ingredients he had never seen until he got here, produced strawberry mashke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brilliant, man. And then we have groundnuts, gari, and sugar mixed together, ready for soakings. Okay, but the soakings is what, the dessert or the appetizer? Or we can go anywhere.
Whichever where you choose to put
so
it.
me, I want to start with that bowl.
But
And we also make few
strawberry mashke there,
on the side.
you brothelize the thing.
Well, why are you? You're in my space.
Please, let me hold it for you. Please, dish.
Okay, so you get to go first because it was made for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to let Taste General
I'm waiting
have
for
this
you
one.
to have the first
I'm doing
taste
that.
and then give us feedback.
Oh, was it made for you or for us?
For me.
Okay.
I'm looking for the tolo beef.
Oh,
There's tolo beef. There's tolo beef.
there's beefy collar.
Yeah. In there. Still searching.
Yeah,
Maybe you want to put your cookie on the side.
No, you can put a copy in my own if you don't mind.
I'm not giving you some.
I think that's tolo beef. Is it? Yes, that's
Yes.
tolo beef.
We didn't plan for you, so I'm not giving you some of the cool beef. Nana,
Oh, okay.
please. You first.
Serve your neighbor. I cooked. You serve everybody.
Then he's serving himself.
That's okay. Let him serve himself.
Nana, let's talk. Let's talk.
Yes, fine.
Please talk.
I mean, we spoke about many things.
Yes, many things.
And it took us right to the smell of the groundnuts, the
Aroma is
peanuts.
good. Yeah.
What?
That's why I had it,
Amazing.
ground and wasn't granite based.
But it took us right to
You
the
had
doorstep.
granite?
Yes.
Can I talk?
Talk. I'm sorry.
Took us right to the doorstep of your entry into the University of Ghana, Legon, right? And there you studied English. I mean, we spoke about how, very briefly, you gave me a window into the fact that there was law as an option, a few other things. Your parents, rather, would not have you study anything arts related, So you studied English. What was your time like,
University of Ghana.
Yeah, studying English.
I like that part. So studying English, I got into the grammar of things. What do I mean by getting into the grammar of things?
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
10 years ago today.
I can't believe it.
10 years ago today was your first day at City.
Wow.
I remember when you came in, and we remembered. So we decided to invade.
Invade. Oh.
Because we want to be part of what is happening here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Apioko, happy 10th anniversary.
Thank
10th
you.
anniversary.
Thank
You
you.
joined us
Thank you.
from an educational institution.
Thank you.
We didn't know you blossomed to become this wonderful
Today I'm here.
all-rounder. So we're
Let me
basically
put
saying,
this one here
yes,
because
taste master.
I
yes,
remember when
this one is my
Thank you.
this one is my making. Put it there.
I don't know what you guys were talking about before we came. Okay. Just want to say we are so proud of Apioko. She's been such a phenomenal addition to the team. She wanted to experiment. She said, look, I'm teaching. I like what you guys are doing on radio. This was 2014.
I was there.
And then the rest they say is history. Apioko has sung, she's written, she spoke, she's loved. She's been an incredible addition to the team. And want to say thank you. Want to say thank you on this 10th anniversary of your addition. Thank you.
I can't.
We'll eat to your glory.
Priva?
Well, so we just want to express, we all can't be on set. So we are just representing the entire company, so you started with City FM. And then, in fact, you are older, much more older than City TV.
Yes.
And we are so proud of you. And you've grown, through the ranks. You've gone through the mill. Today, you are a manager. And we want to say that we are so, so proud of you for giving yourself, your talent, everything that you represent. In fact, sometimes your husband and your children are even part of everything that we are doing. And we just believe that we will still grow older together as a company and continue to be you. We love you so much, Api.
Thank you. I'm, for a woman of words, I'm speechless.
Hey.
No, it's true. But, I woke up this morning just full of, a heart full of gratitude.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Bernard, I really didn't know what I wanted to do in media. I didn't even think it was in my stars, But 10 years ago, I was 25.
Wow.
So I was young, when the millennials were the ish, now it's the Gen Zs. And it's been a wonderful journey. Two of you who are here, Commander is here. Taster General, my annoying neighbor, but also been in the city mix. Thank you for the support, for also giving me the space to learn, to express myself the way I know how.
Yeah.
And I look forward to another 10 years.
Wow.
Can we cut the cake?
Oh, yes.
Taster General is here.
Taster General is here.
Yes. This is my specialty.
This is your specialty.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do we strip the cake from
Yes, we strip it
Yeah.
this side?
Yes, from the side.
Let me help.
Please.
Maybe we could actually take it up.
Is there a knife? Of course, the one you used to peel the...
The yam
The yam.
is there.
You can use it.
Yes, thank you.
Let the city show.
I'm busy
Very
and cake
important.
Yes.
on the same set.
I
What a
know,
combination.
right? And mash cake.
Is it?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
strawberry mash
Okay.
A bit of everything. And poetry.
and poetry.
All together.
Okay, I think it should be here.
Actually, to cut the cake, they will still serve the
This
pepper.
year.
Or you need a
Yes.
big- or you need a bigger knife.
No, I think
No,
this
it's
is
fine.
fine.
Some of us have long hands, so
Let
let's
me
Come
just
along.
stand
Yes,
next
his
to
Abba and his long limbs.
Hey,
Remember we were talking about yam earlier on?
We were. Yes, I know.
hip, hip, hip. One more time. Hip, hip, hip. Congratulations, Apioco.
So this is what the crew was cooking. I'm like,
What's going on?
Yeah. Was cooking.
It was in the cooking.
This is
me
it.
on the
It was
spot.
cooking.
It's your turn to
no, you guys
It
are
was
terrible.
cooking. It was
Yeah,
cooking.
yeah.
It was cooking.
Terrible.
So when we cut the
You
cake,
know,
we eat the cake.
on that note,
After.
no, I can't talk much at this point. It's emotional, but viewers, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored, of course, by Tasty Tom. Ufa kakra. We'll catch you next week. Thank you for celebrating with me. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. Another episode comes to you next week.